Well, I hope I'm live. I didn't get a countdown from Facebook that time. There we go. Okay, there it is. Hey, everybody. Welcome to day 27 of our 30-day Get Out of the Rat Race Rat Challenge series. I'm Beth Campbell. I'm a career mindset coach and mentor, former corporate captive, and now helping you find fulfillment. If you need some guidance in finding your career or life happy place, please send me a message or go to bethancampbell.com/coach me. Thank you so much for being here. If you're watching live, please let me know you're in the comments. If you're watching the replay, give me a hashtag replay. And of course, please let me know if you have any questions or feedback, and I would love to address it at some point, maybe at the end of this episode. Today, well, first let me just give you a fair warning. I am in Southeast United States in Virginia, and we were at the tail end of now tropical storm, previously Category 4, I think, Hurricane Helene. I think it's Helene. I hope it's Helene. Helene, also the name of Pam Beasley's mom in The Office, whom Michael Scott had a fling with, if you remember that. One of the best. My all-time favorite comedy show is The Office, but that is one of the best scenes when Pam finds out that Michael's been seeing her mom. It's classic. Anyway, we're not going to talk about Pam Beasley or The Office, but we are a similar topic. We're going to be talking about the superstars of the work world today. So we're going to talk about the A players, the badasses, the ones who kick ass, take names. Basically, whatever the team is responsible for will probably crumble if the superstars aren't there to keep it together. If you're listening and you're a boss with a badass employee, you know the ones I'm talking about. If you're a superstar yourself, you know who you are. I mean, you're humble, but you know who you are. The superstars are the ones that you never have to worry about. You can trust them completely with their skills, their work ethic, being able to talk to the executives, which I apparently can't do today. I can't talk. You can put them in front of your clients, your executives, and they won't embarrass you. And you have some that will do that. So today I am going to be talking mainly to the superstars and their bosses. Everybody else, if you're not a superstar, that's okay. And if you're not the boss of a superstar, I'm sorry, but that's okay. Stick around and learn what it's like to be everybody's favorite. Seriously, though, if you're half-assing it, if you're phoning it in, if you're being lazy, if you don't give a shit, if you're barely getting your assignments done, that kind of thing, hey, I get it. But I'm not talking about you today, right? We've talked about you, and we'll talk about you later. I want to talk about the superstars because, frankly speaking, we spend too much time talking about the asshats and the difficult employees, right? We give a lot of energy to the problems that we face at work, and a lot of times we overlook the things that are working really well. So for you superstars out there, I have some questions for you. Does your leader, your boss, ever ask you how you're doing? Do they check in regularly and just, see where your head is at? Do you feel like you're valued and recognized for the work that you're putting in and the brain power that you bring to the table? Or do you feel like you're kicking ass, but you're out in a hollow field with nobody around for miles? Good questions. I considered myself one of these overachievers during most of my corporate career. And I have to admit, I've been pretty lucky. I have not been forgotten, mostly. I haven't really felt like I've been, too lost out there in that hollow field. Engulfed in chaos? Sure. Embroiled in the madness of multitasking? Double, triple, quadruple booked? Absolutely. Ghosted once or twice or 17 times? Unfortunately, just not lost, mostly. But I have seen a lot of excellent people who walk out the door because their leadership failed to keep them fulfilled. They failed to pay attention. They failed to keep them at the forefront where they need to be. They failed to value them, or at least show them that they're valued. Businesses lose brilliant employees with great personalities, mad skills, stellar work ethics, and they lose them to other companies who, at least in the short run, give them what they want and what they deserve, which is money, attention, a good assignment now and then, and occasionally they'll tell them, you're rocking it. As a leader, you'll probably spend 80% of your time dealing with 20% of your people. And I don't know who made up this totally fake, but 100% realistic statistic, but bravo to them because it's absolutely true. That's just how it goes when you're a leader or a manager. You're going to have team members that are struggling or they're going through something difficult at work or in their personal lives. You'll deal with, I'm not even joking, I did mental illness, substance abuse, toxic drama kings and queens, less than ideal personalities. You'll be preoccupied with the endless hiring and onboarding, which we know takes a freaking forever. Or you'll be helping with challenged projects. You'll have people coming to your desk venting or sometimes in tears, a lot of times. Meanwhile, your A players are being ignored. They self-manage and they only reach out when they need to, right? You can throw them to the wolves over and over and over again, and every fucking time they will tame the wolves and become the pack leader. They're smarter than you. They're better leaders than you. And on the rare occasion that you actually think about it, you thank your lucky stars that you don't have to worry about them and among all of the other shitstorms that you're trying to navigate. But you should worry about them. They're usually happy to take up the slack and be rock stars out there on that island, but don't forget that they're there. Your superstars tend to get taken for granted and fall to the wayside. Just because they're awesome doesn't mean they don't need you. So pay attention. Talk to them. Listen. Look for clues that maybe they're dissatisfied. For Pete's sake, ask them. I know it's a novel concept. Are you happy with what you're doing? Apologize if you're not giving them the attention that you are to others. Your top people do notice this, but they also understand so long as you don't forget them. The superstars of your team are the ones you want to keep more than anything, and they're the ones who will have the confidence to leave if they're ignored, if they're not challenged, or if they perceive that they're not valued. So remember them. Ask them how they're doing, like really doing, and ask often. Find out if they're happy and fulfilled. I mean, you can't always give everybody their dream assignment every single time, but your A players should be happy at least some of the time. Thank them with every ounce of security or sincerity that you have. Security. And with security too, because they're securing everything that you have going on. Be specific in your recognition. It's great to tell people that they're awesome, and I do all the time, but it's even better to say, hey, that was a great communication that you sent out, or God, I loved it how calm and professional you were when that executive went ballistic and called your project the biggest loser or the albatross, or how grateful you are that they created that new process because it's making your life so much easier. Just even the little things count, and the more specific, the better. Reward them whenever possible. Hey, not everybody's motivated by money. Well, most people are, but not everybody is. And, a bonus or an off-schedule raise isn't going to make a truly shitty work situation, great, but it helps. Shower them with whatever it takes to keep them. Let them have flexible schedules. Let them go hourly and maybe work a little bit less. Let them work from home, whatever it takes. Give them more responsibility, not less. And I don't mean you're going to overload them, but some of your superstars want to be challenged. So let your headliners lead efforts. Give them better assignments. Put them in front of the bigwigs. Let them outshine you. Give them extra attention when the messes are being cleaned up too, because they're probably the ones doing it. All too often when companies are challenged, whatever it is, times are tough, they focus on the people leaving, the ones complaining, the negative voices, or trying to appease the ones who might be angry or upset about a change. And that's okay. They should give those people some attention, but just don't forget the ones that are cleaning up the mess in the background. And there are a lot of them. Believe me, I hear from them almost every day. And if you are the superstar and you're kind of feeling forgotten, hey, send your management team a link to this Facebook Live when it's up on YouTube, and then tell them to watch it. So if they're not interested in giving you some career love, well, then get the hell out of there, because you're a superstar and you can do anything. So if you're a leader unsure about how to deal with your rock stars, send me a direct message or go to bethancampbell.com/coachme and let's have a chat about it. Same for you, superstars. I don't see any comments today. I'm not surprised. Half of the country is under Hurricane Helene. And I'm actually surprised I didn't lose power because I lost, it flicked a little bit. But you know, torrential storms and lightning and tropical storm, it does not stop the Amazon guy from showing up at my door the exact moment that I'm in the middle of a Facebook Live. Thankfully, Apple has great microphone filtering processes so that you can't hear my dog barking, but she's basically been barking for almost this entire Facebook Live. It's really difficult to concentrate. So anyway, no comments or feedback. Tomorrow we're going to go into this, the work from home, back to work mandate dilemma, because you know what, it's still there and it's getting, companies are doubling down, right? It has been, we'll talk about this tomorrow, but it's been overwhelmingly most people don't want to go back to work, certainly not full time. And now, you know, we kind of did the hybrid thing, like, well, we'll make you come back a few days a week. And now companies are doubling down and saying, nope, you're coming back full time. And there are a lot of people not happy about it. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow. So, all right, don't forget to connect with me on Facebook or on LinkedIn. And if you're watching the replay on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Thank you for joining Get Out of the Rat Race Rut. And you are here because you are a badass. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. I'll see you tomorrow.